Hello all, Abhilash here. So this is the last topic of Unit 1, the Contract Act 1872. So now we are going to discuss about quasi contracts. So what is the quasi contract? A quasi contract is a retroactive arrangement between two parties who have no previous obligations to one another. It is created by a judge. This is the very important point. The quasi-contracts is created by a judge to correct a circumstance in which one party acquires something at the expense of the other. The contracts aim to prevent one party from unfairly benefiting from the situation at the other party's expense. These arrangements may be imposed when goods or services are accepted through not requested by a party. The acceptance then creates an expectation of payment. Key points. Key points of quasi contracts. A quasi contracts is a retroactive agreement between two parties who have no previous obligation to one another. It is created by a judge to correct a circumstance in which one party acquires something at the expense of the other. The plaintiff. As I told you, the plaintiff is nothing but it's the name of the person. They must have furnished a tangible item or service to another party with the expectation or implication that payment would be given. The dependent must have accepted and acknowledged receipt of and the item receipt of the item but made no effort or offer to pay for it. That is called a quasi contracts. We will understand this topic in depth. The understanding of quasi contracts. Quasi contracts outline the obligation of one party to the another when the latter is in possession of the original party's property. Okay, so I am giving you the real estate example. So these parties may not be necessarily have had a prior agreement with another. The agreement is imposed by law through a judge as a remedy when a person A owes something to the person B because they come into possession of person A's property indirectly or by mistake. Right. The contracts become enforceable if a person B decides to keep the item in question without paying for it. Right. Because the agreement is constructed in a court by law, it is legally enforceable and so neither party has to agree to it. The purpose of the quasi contract is to render a fair outcome in a situation where one party has an advantage over another. The dependent party who acquired the property must pay restitution to the plaintiff who is the wrong party to cover the value of item. A quasi contract is also known as an implied contract. It will be handed down ordering the dependent to pay restitution to the plaintiff and the restitution known in Latin as a quantum merit or the amount earned is calculated according to the amount or extent in which the dependent was unjustly enriched. These are the requirements of quasi contracts. So making the quasi contracts, we have three requirements like one party must have furnished a tangible item or service to another party and the defendant with the expectation implication that payment would be given. The dependent must have accepted, acknowledged the receipt of the item value but made no effort or offer to pay for it. So the dependent is not making the payment against the product or good or services he has received. The plaintiff must then express why it is unjust for the dependent to receive the good or a service without paying for it. In other words, the plaintiff must establish that the dependent received unjust enrichment. So quasi contracts, let's take the example. We will understand this concept with the example. Okay, you might not have understood the concept, right? But with this example you will understand. So let's take the example of pizza. So pizza delivered at wrong address and they have accepted the foods. Okay, a classic example. This is the classic examples of quasi contracts. The circumstance may be created by a delivery of a pizza to the wrong address. Okay, please listen carefully. So that is not to the person who paid for it. So who has ordered the pizza and they have paid the amount, they are not receiving the pizza right now. Okay, so delivery of pizza to the wrong address. And if the individuals at the incorrect address face to the error, that means the person who is accepting the pizza at the incorrect address, he is not mentioning or he's not saying the clear things to the delivery boy or delivery the person that he is not ordered the pizza, but he is accepting the pizza, right? So instead what he is doing, he is keeping the pizza and they could be seen as having accepted the food and thus be obligated to pay for it, right? You must have understood the concept, the example. A court could then rule to the issue a quasi contract that requires the pizza recipient to pay back the cost of the food to the party who purchased it or to the pizzeria, means Pizza Hut or Pizza or Domino's you can say. If it subsequently delivered a second pizza to the purchaser, the restitution mandate under the quasi contracts aims for a fair resolution of the situation, right? Now you might have understood this concept. Okay, this is the perfect example, and you might have this live example in your life, right? So here we are done with the unit first of business law, that is the Indian Contract Act. So on this unit I have made 4 videos, right? So this was the last topic, quasi contracts. Thank you so much. Best wishes.